Today we're going to be talking about our top 5 two-player games for couples. So this list features two-player only games. We've talked about other games that can be played with two players, but these are perfect for couples because they can only be played with two players. So the dynamic is really geared towards that, which we really like.
Yeah, a lot of those like 2 to 6 or 2 to 4 player games, like sometimes they're a little bit better at 4 players or they're a little bit better at 6 players, but all these games that we're featuring are geared toward just 2 players. So you're gonna enjoy them. Okay, so this list is in no particular order. There's no 5 to 1, but starting off our list is our cozy Sunday morning game, Patchwork. This is a classic. It's a 2-player only game, and it's pretty much like Tetris meets like cozy, like quilt building or chocolate sorting with the Valentine edition. And it's just a really simple, like you pick tiles from the area and place them on your board and try and earn the most points. And it's really a great game.
We like to describe games as Sunday morning games, usually when you're not super competitive.
Yeah.
So in this game and a lot of other games we call like Sunday morning games, you have your own player board and you're really just kind of working on your own thing.
You can be cutthroat if you want, but it just doesn't put off that vibe.
Yeah, definitely. And the great thing about these is this is the original. These are 2 of the editions, one for Valentine's Day, another kind of like Americana one, but there's so many different editions, so it's a lot of fun if you like the game to be able to play different kinds.
Yeah, you could pretty much find almost every holiday with Patchwork. There's a Halloween edition and a Christmas edition, and they're always coming out with new stuff, so they're not expansions, they're all standalone games. They just have a different theme, but all the gameplay is the same, except with Express, there is like an Express version as well, which is a little bit different.
Yeah.
But mostly it's just theme, but it's such a good game. It's a really good game. If you haven't tried it, it's definitely on the list for sure.
Great for couples.
Yeah.
This is Qawale. I know when we got this game, it took us a while to figure out how to pronounce it. I think we might have called it Qawale for a little.
Qawale.
Qawale. But this is like an abstract strategy game. So very tactile with these little stones. And it's
a lot of people call it the burger game.
Yeah, it looks like you're trying to make a little hamburger, but pretty simple, kind of the concept of Connect 4, but
totally different though.
Totally different in terms of how you move and what you move. You may think you're about to move to win, and really you just handed your opponent the win. That happens a lot. Yeah,
you're taking your color. There are 3 color stones. There's like a neutral color, and you're trying to stack your color. If you put your color on a stack of 2 and now it's 3, you pick up the whole stack and move it and drop as you go across the board, trying to get 4 in a row. But sometimes you can have like a stack of like 6 or 7, and you'll end up dropping pieces all over the board, your color, your player's color. So like you could be doing something good for you and good for them, or vice versa. So we like all the different elements of this game.
Yeah, you can definitely play your own game if you want and really try to work on getting your 4 little stones in a row, or really sabotage your opponent too if you're more playing a little defense or offense. This is a great game. We have a lot of fun with it.
We do, and it's one of those games where it's like 10-15 minutes. I mean, once in a while you'll probably get a game that'll be done in 5 minutes. So it's one of those games that once you start going and like you have the time, you'll play like 10 games in a row. It's very addictive and just easy to learn, but difficult to master.
Great way to describe it.
Yeah. Next on our list from Pandasaurus is Sobek. And this game is a little bit more competitive than the others. Like it's not as like chill and relaxing as the other ones, but it kind of still is, because it's all about like tile placement, and your goal is to win the influence of Sobek, the god, by going across the market and gaining all these goods and just trying to earn the most money and earn his favor. And it's just a really good game. It's a quick game, but definitely one that comes out really often for us.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun when we just want to play a 2-player game that we know is designed for 2 players, but it's a little bit more competitive This is a great one. I think this is another one that we played one game and then another and another and another.
Yeah.
It's one of those games that you want to play again, which we really like to add on our list.
Yeah, and I love the Egyptian theme. I don't know, I'm a sucker for a good theme, so the Egyptian stuff, I don't know, I've always liked it. I always think it's cool, so we like this game.
We do. So the list would not be complete without a relationship-themed game for the 2-player couples video. So this is the couples game that's actually fun.
Yes.
And it really just delves into some questions that maybe only you and your partner would know. It gets you to ask some questions where you're just kind of...
You wouldn't normally be put in that predicament. Like, it kind of gives a fun, quirky side to your relationship. Like, what celebrities would cast you two in a movie about yourself? Or what funny words did you make up on the fly to talk about a certain thing? And it's really, it's a good game, it is. It's nice to get in touch with your partner. Yeah,
I was just going to say almost the same thing. It's a great game to really focus on your relationship. And if you want to play a game that's not really like a game like we've mentioned, but you're still having fun and just hanging out with your partner, then this is a great one.
Yeah, it's always about like kind of taking a step away from the phones and just taking that time to connect with just your partner. That's why we love board games. It's not always about screens and doing something crazy, but just doing the things that gets you two closer.
Yeah, I mean, that is why we got into it.
Yeah,
board games. We wanted something fun that we could enjoy together. So here we are.
Yeah. So last on our list is the chess-like cat game Boop. And it's all about taking your little kittens and putting them on the bed, which is actually the board. And you're like booping little kittens around the board, trying to get 3 of your cats in a row.
Every time you get 3 of the little kittens in a row, they upgrade to a cat. And it's really fun because if you're trying to like maybe boop your opponent's kitten, you might end up booping one of your own. It's really just an adorable game that actually has a pretty good amount of strategy.
No, it does. It is strategic,
so it's like that perfect balance between a game that's competitive enough, but also really cute and fun, and we enjoy that. We love games that are cute, especially the 2-player games, because a lot of times if we're playing a game, we just want to have fun. We don't want to get too crazy.
Yeah, because we are really competitive, so it happens.
Yeah, we can get really competitive.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's nice to have a game that is just a little more chill.
Yeah, and we get a lot of questions like on Instagram about like, hey, like my girlfriend really isn't into board games. Like, how do I get her into board games? Like, this is something that it's easy to teach, it's easy to learn, and the theme is really good. So I feel like anybody would be able to like dive right into it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And with all of those things, the strategy is enough to keep you entertained throughout the whole game.
Definitely.
Or a few games.
Yeah.
If you like what we do here, we're also on TikTok and Instagram. And if you're subscribing, don't forget to hit that bell button so you never miss any of our videos.
And if there are any topics that you guys want to hear from a couple's perspective who plays pretty much exclusively 2-player games, feel free to let us know. Ask us in the comments. You could DM us on Instagram. Just feel free to always ask, and we'll be your board game helpers.